Hello and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm King of Dragons 5000 and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Hiya Toys Kong from Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. But before we have a look at Kong, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Gundamit.com. Action figures, model kits, and other collectibles, check out Gundamit.com with a link in the description. As we take this brand new version of Kong out of the packaging, I'm blown away by the accuracy of this particular version of Kong. Hiya Toys absolutely went back to the drawing board when they designed this version of Kong, as it's an absolute masterpiece of a figure. Kong is going to have 3 different head sculpts. Also included are going to be several sets of hands for style posing and holding his weapon, his giant axe. As we take a closer look at Kong, you can see that Hiya Toys has done a very good job with his details. An absolute masterclass in accuracy, this Kong is the most screen accurate we've ever seen. As we take a look at the head sculpt, this is an absolutely wonderful head sculpt. It's by far the most accurate version of Kong we've gotten in action figure form, and it looks just like the CGI model. I really do love the glass eyes that Hiya gave him, as it reflects the light wonderfully. His skin is nicely sculpted in this very dark color, and then his fur looks very good going around that. And I really like on the sides of his head, you can even see his ears. Kong's torso is going to continue that impressive detailing, as we can see a lot of nice sculpted details here on his chest. The texturing on his chest is actually done very well, and you can even see the scars, which are painted in a different color. I especially love all the little details such as the folds and wrinkles in his pecs and his stomach, making it feel like actual skin. Kong's fur is going to be painted in this very dark color, which does look really good with the lighter highlights. All the fur detail is going to be sculpted all the way to his muscular back. We even get a scar sculpted here. The fur on Kong's arms will continue that impressive sculpt work, and the paint job continues to be astonishing. His sculpted fur will go down all the way to his knuckles, where once again the skin is sculpted very nicely. And I do appreciate the fact that his skin is a darker color than his fur. As we take a look at his legs, once again the fur is going to be very nicely sculpted with a very nice paint job. That impressive sculpt is going to continue all the way down to his feet, where once again the skin on his feet is sculpted very nicely. His toes have some very impressive detailing, and once again the skin tone is a different color than his fur. Overall, this version of Kong has a lot of nice sculpted detail, and it's only highlighted by this impressive paint job. All the scars are going to be a different color than the rest of his skin, and I really like the lighter fur that we can see highlighted here. And of course, the screen accuracy to the CGI model is another high point for this figure. With the paint and details out of the way, let's compare Kong to our usual suspects. Being part of the Hiya Toys Monsterverse line, Kong is not going to scale with either domestic toy lines or true 1/12 scale. Understandable given the nature of Kong, however, his perfect home is going to be with the Hiya Toys Monsterverse collection. Kong is going to have a double ball joint in the head and a ball joint in the neck. Ball sockets in his shoulders. Arms do hinge out to the side and do a full 360. He will have a swivel at the shoulder and double hinges in his elbow. He will have a double ball joint in his wrist. Kong is going to have a double ball joint in his upper torso and a ball joint in his lower torso. His legs will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He is going to have a double bend in his knee. And finally, Kong has a double ball joint in his ankle. Hiya Toys has always done a very good job giving us a well-detailed figure, and this version of Kong has so much detail. Unlike the first version of Kong that we had a look at, this version of Kong is very screen accurate as it is using the actual CGI model. The head sculpt on Kong is such an improvement, it looks like it came out of the movie all the way down to his detailed beard. I especially love all the detailing we have in his skin, as all that pitted texture as well as the folds and wrinkles makes it look so realistic. And the scarring detail on his chest and back is impressive as it's not only sculpted but painted a different color. I even enjoyed the inclusion of the frostbitten hand that Kong has, and it looks very nice on the figure. Even holding his axe, Kong has no issues getting in dynamic posing, and this figure is done very well. And of course Kong's axe is going to have some impressive detailing and is a softer plastic than that original axe. And getting Kong into dynamic poses, whether it's posed with his axe or without it, I'm really loving how this figure poses. This version of Kong is a huge improvement over that first figure, and I have to say it might be the definitive version of the MonsterVerse Kong. I was fortunate enough to pick up my version of Kong from Gundamit.com, however, unfortunately at the time I'm making this video they are sold out. However, Kong is still available for pre-order on sites like Big Bad Toy Store, so I highly recommend you check them out. And before we wrap up this video, a huge thank you to Gundamit.com for sponsoring this video. For exciting first-party, third-party action figures, model kits, and statues, check out Gundamit and use code word DRAGON to support the Dragon Den. And thank you for watching another video here on the Dragon Den, but before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other action figure and Hiya Toys videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell to never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.